So welcome to another Entourage.com video. Today we get the pleasure of talking to Aaron Skonnard from Pluralsight.com, a membership-based site that actually teaches IT from what I understand. Is that correct, Aaron?
That's correct. And software development.
And software development. Well, first off, thank you for being on with us. We appreciate you taking the time to sharing your story with our viewers.
My pleasure. Good to be here.
And secondly, well, tell us a little bit about your site before we get into your journey. Like, I understand you do education and you're all about teaching people IT, like you said. So tell us more about what that's all about and what you do.
Yeah, Pluralsight is an online education resource for what we consider professional software developers and IT pros. So it's really designed for people that are in the business of writing software every day, and you know they have careers in this already, and we help them develop new skills, extend existing skills, and kind of deepen and refine what they know in their space. And you know, as a software developer, you're constantly having to pick up new things every day as new frameworks release and trends change. And so we basically try to provide an online platform where someone who's a professional who knows how to learn new things fairly quickly with the kind of resources they need to make that happen. So instead of like browsing around and trying to piece together all these free resources that are on the web, we provide really highly curated courses from industry experts, so they can trust that if I go into Pluralsight and spend 2 or 3 hours, I can ramp up really quickly on the new version of jQuery, for example.
Okay, so that's awesome. So in layman's terms, what you do is really teach programmers the newer programs that are out there, or so allow them to cross-learn other programs that perhaps they're not exposed to.
Exactly, or go deeper in the ones they're currently in.
And is there a platform for newer programmers, or is this only for experts and kind of like high-end techs?
So, I mean, that's a great question, and that's probably where we distinguish ourselves from a lot of the other companies that are trying to build online education businesses for programmers. Most of the other ones focus on those trying to become programmers. Mm-hmm. And we don't really do that so much today. We do have some introductory courses that are very basic, but even those are, I wouldn't say our platform is really designed and optimized for someone who's brand new to programming. It's really designed much more for that professional, or at least someone who's coming out of like a computer science degree in the university, who's already had some experience, knows how to use the tools, knows how to get started, and can just dive into a new technology fairly easily and get some traction with our platform.
So if I understand correctly, then you're ultimately taking programmers and teaching them the programs rather than just the programming as a whole.
Yeah. Over time, we'll probably do more and more for that kind of introductory market, those trying to become programmers. But today, the platform is really designed for existing professionals.
Okay. And so as of today, how many members do you have currently taking courses on your site, and how many visitors do you get a day into this Pluralsight?
So we have about 250,000 users on Pluralsight, and out of those, usually we have about anywhere from 25 to 40% active users at any point in time. People can come and go with their subscriptions. We allow them to pause their subscription, turn it back on. A lot of people just go annual once they realize how much value they're getting out of it, and they're on for a whole 12 months at a time. So it just kind of depends on where we're at. But about 250,000 total people who have had an account at Pluralsight.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of programmers.
So congratulations. Let's talk a little bit about that. How does a user actually participate? I mean, can they buy just one course, or do they have to buy a whole annual membership, or how does that work?
Yeah, they have to buy a subscription, whether it's a 1-month subscription or an annual subscription. As long as they have a subscription, then they can come in and take as many courses as they want, or as few courses as they want. We have some people who come in and pay the subscription fee and maybe spend 10 minutes and then don't watch anything else that month, and then get 10 minutes of value out of that subscription. Whereas we have other people that come in and pay $29 for a month and may watch 6 courses in a month and get tremendous value out of it. So a lot of it just depends on the needs of the individual and what they're trying to accomplish. But it's a basic all-you-can-eat subscription model. We believe there's tremendous value perception around people being able to have access to whatever they want, as much as they want, anytime, anywhere. And so we only sell those kinds of subscriptions.
Okay. And from what I understand, you've been starting this since 2004. Is that accurate?
That's correct. In 2004, we founded Pluralsight, but we founded it as an in-person professional training company for software developers. So we actually built a team of people, experts in the industry, experts in their particular technologies, and we would send them around the world to teach 1-week seminars in different locations, at a lot of them on site at major software organizations. And we did that for about 4 years. And so it was about 2007 to 2008 that we began to realize that there was an opportunity in the online world, taking the model that we had built, in person and kind of mapping that, transforming that into a successful online model. So we put our heads together and thought, how can we take this high quality content, these experts that we really believed were some of the best educators in the field, and package that up into an online business model that would really dramatically change the value proposition for both individuals as well as businesses.
Okay, so you started ultimately like a consulting kind of business that was to help train people, and then that evolved into a full training platform over time, if I understand correctly. So what did you do before that? Like what led you to even wanting to consult people on training them around IT? Was there anything in your past entrepreneur life or in your past?
Yeah, well, so I started out as a software developer. And my two co-founders were also software developers with computer science degrees, and so we all started out in the world of writing software and building software, and then we all kind of in our own ways, kind of separately, realized we had this need to share it with the world, and we really enjoyed the teaching of it and the dissemination of the information just as much as building the technology. And so we started writing books and articles and publishing, information out there on blogs, and started speaking at conferences around the world. And then slowly, all three of us kind of moved into this world of professional education for software developers. And that's how we met, the three of us, at another training company that was doing a similar type of model. And then the three of us met there and realized after a while that company wasn't going where we wanted to go. And that was when we split off and formed Pluralsight. So prior to being in the business of software developer education, I was really a software developer myself.
Okay, so it ultimately came as the evolution of yourself as an individual kind of became now this teaching platform for everyone else. You're not the only one that teaches on there, though. Like other people.
No. We have over 200 different instructors who have published courses on our platform. We probably have over anywhere from 100 to 200 new prospective authors who are in the process of coming in to do their first course with us right now. So the team is growing pretty quickly. And these people live all over the world. They're really experts in their particular field. We're just getting more topics, more coverage, and even deeper coverage in those different areas by adding more people to the team.
So if you think about all these new people coming on, are you hiring them, or is this like a profit sharing kind of thing for the courses? How does that work in a sense?
Yeah, great question. It's we don't hire them. None of our authors, we call them authors because we really like everyone to think about this as kind of a publisher-author relationship.
Okay.
That's probably the best way to think about it. They're just basically, there's an author agreement that we have with them. We're the publisher. For a particular course, we'll usually offer two forms of compensation. There's a course completion fee that will pay the author when they finish the deliverables for the course. Okay, so they can get some immediate returns, some immediate cash from that investment of time. And then there's a long-term royalty that will pay them based on the popularity of their content within the entire library. Right, so we measure every month how much their course has been utilized by our paying subscribers every month, and we kind of figure out how much revenue it earns based on that, and then we calculate their royalty based on that. So those numbers, the royalty is really what most of them do it for in the end. The fees can range anywhere from as little as $500 all the way up to really big numbers.